Okay, you guys pick up your pen and write. That is part of the idea behind the Indiana Authors Awards Tour. And this month, the conversation centers around a prominent Hoosier author, Ashley C. Ford. So joining us right now to tell us more is Bronwyn Carlisle with Indiana Humanities. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. And I see the books right in front of us.
Yes.
Tell us about, we're going to talk about the tour, but I want to talk about this lovely author as well.
Absolutely. So I am Bronwyn, as she said, with Indiana Humanities. We are a nonprofit based here in Indianapolis, but we work throughout the state.
Yeah.
And we are the home of the Eugene and Marilyn Glick Indiana Authors
Fantastic.
Awards. And next week, as part of our programming, we will be taking Ashley C. Ford across the state for a series of events, one of which will be here in Indianapolis.
That's exciting.
And Ashley is a Fort Wayne native, born and raised in Fort Wayne.
Okay.
Last year, her first book, Somebody's Daughter, was released. It is a memoir which tells the story of her relationship with her father. It's a coming-of-age tale and based in Fort Wayne. And she, after spending some time in New York City, just last year moved back to Indiana.
Oh, wow.
She now lives in Indianapolis. And so she, next Wednesday, will be in conversation with another Indiana author, Tamara Winfrey Harris, at Arsenal Tech High School at 7 p.m. The event is free, but registration is required. And you can register by visiting IndianaAuthorsAwards.org.
That's so exciting, and she is such an inspiration for so many of us out there. And I said, you know, pick up that pen and start to write, because part of this is really encouraging people to do the same. And seeing their abilities, thinking, okay, she did this, perhaps I can learn something from her and do it my way too.
That's exactly right. So the Indiana Authors Awards honor the best books by Hoosier writers every 2 years. And as part of that, we like to do programming with Indiana authors to inspire Hoosiers everywhere to pick up the pen, to write, to see an Indiana author and say, hey, I can be an author too.
I can do that. What can we expect at this tour? You gave us some dates and some times, but I mean, this is really a moment to kind of pick their brains a little bit, isn't it?
That is right. So the event, as I said, will be at Arsenal Tech between Ashley and Tamara. They'll be in conversation and have an honest conversation about what it's like to be an author in Indiana. And then, as you said, there'll be a Q&A time where the audience can engage in conversation directly with the two of them.
This has to be such a proud moment for you guys too, with your organization, to be a part of this and seeing these authors thrive, but then encouraging other Indiana authors to do the same.
That's exactly right. So at Indiana Humanities, we say that we like to encourage Hoosiers to think, read, and talk. And this program really, we hope, will do that.
Now, do you have different categories with what you guys are able to offer different authors when it comes to books like this, memoirs, children's books, anything else? Like, what can you tell me a little bit about that?
Absolutely. So this fall will be our next announcement of the next round of Indiana Authors Awards winners.
Nice.
And we give awards in 9 different categories: children's, middle grade, young adult fiction, like you were mentioning. So there's awards for all different kinds of books.
Wonderful. Okay, where can we find out more about you guys and then the event as well?
Absolutely. So www.indianaauthorsawards.org.
Wonderful.
And it should be easy, just right there on the homepage.
Well, Bronwyn, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for your time. I cannot wait to learn more about this author and all she's able to eat. I don't know, George, maybe she could help me a little bit. Did you hear what she said? They have children's book categories too. Maybe I should submit, George.
You should indeed.